Next story, okay. Joe Budden is addressing fans because they were, I guess they were asking him a ton of questions, wondering why he pushed back his interview with personality. I'll say personality Charleston White. And Charleston White, he goes viral everywhere for the stuff that he says. He says some crazy stuff on the microphone. He doesn't care. And he'll probably rip me to shreds after he sees it. He'll probably say, you bald-headed this and this. I don't care what people say about me. I'm just going to report the news in regards to this whole thing with Joe Budden. So everyone's asking questions, and he told people the reason why he decided to push back his interview. Now, I don't think he's saying that he's not going to interview him. I don't know if the interview was still done and he's deciding not to. But, okay, I'm going to revert this back. I'm going to read this to you, and then I'm going to tell you exactly the reason why he's responded this way. So this is what Joe Budden wrote. He said, I didn't push the Charleston interview back because of his Puff comments. Puff is grown. I rescheduled because he was talking about someone's deceased son, dead son, right after he was N-word. It was too fresh for me at the time. Peace and love to all. Then he also responded, some things should come before views to me. So he's basically saying that the reason why he canceled the interview with Charleston is because he was talking about someone's deceased son. Now, I decided to do some Googling and try to figure out what exactly was he talking about, because, you know, I don't really follow Charleston White like that, but I went and shout out to No Jumper, and I found the video of No Jumper, and they were playing a video of him on Instagram, and, you know, it looks as if he was making fun of Gilly, the King, deceased son, who got killed last year in July in Philadelphia. And yeah, that was really bad when what I seen, and I just was like, why would he say that? Why would he say that? And they're saying reportedly, allegedly, this is all because, and this is what he said in the video, that the dude called him, Gilly called him a snitch, so he decided to troll him about his child being deceased while his is alive. And it's just like, well, this is just next level and insane. So Hot New Hip Hop put out an article about this, and I'm going to read what they said, and then we're going to get further into the discussion. So it says, Joe Budden responded to Charleston White's claims about their delayed interview, allegations that the commentator levied during his appearance on the Club 520 podcast. Yeah, Joe Budden had booked me that blank. He remarked, but then I made some comments about Cassie and Diddy was getting blank. I can't even read this out loud. Oh my God, there's so much cursing. And fighting like most people do in the ghetto. Yeah, he ain't want to interview me after that. So Joe Budden pulled me from the podcast. He continued, and quote, all right, this is what Hot New Hip Hop reported. Given Budden's recent response to the claims via his Twitter page on Saturday, and this is the stuff that I read, and, you know, that was his main reason. That was the reported reason why he decided to pull the plug on the pod. And I just thought it was just wild what he said about Gilly the King's son. I just was like, can we do better, black men? I just really want especially older black men. I don't understand. Like, I expect this type of stuff and type of behavior from people who haven't lived long. Maybe people in my generation in their early 30s. But these are grown men. Grown men going back and forth at it like this. And I just hate to see, and I'm not talking about Joe Budden. Joe Budden, to me, I think he did the right thing, right? Like, he had to do what was in his heart. His morals wouldn't allow it. I agree with what he's saying. Like, because why would he? It's just you got to stand for something in life. You know, you got to stand for something in life. But I just want to veer off to back to what I was saying. I just hate to see these commentators, they be so old. They're like, 40s, 50s, damn near 60s. And they're still running around doing kiddish stuff, like going on the web saying, foul, egregious things about people and their kids. And I mean, talking about somebody's deceased family member, especially their child. Baby, when did we get so low, man? That is just absolutely awful. How many of you guys are supporters of Joe Budden's podcast? He had reported that he had some major numbers, like put like 100 million in the past year on his podcast, and you guys are just supporting. I hope my podcast get that big. I really hope so. I hope that my podcast blows the F up, okay? And it's just me right now. And maybe one day I'll expand and have co-hosts, but right now it's literally DJ Jerica podcast, and it's just me, DJ Jerica. Now let's get to the fun stuff.